Hi Jeremy, my name's Simon from Little Big Marketing San Diego. You spoke to my brother Mark, I believe yesterday or the day before, about having this video made up for you and sent over. It's going to give you some information on a service called SEO. If you're not familiar, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization and is basically the process of ranking your Google My Business account and website on Google to put it in front of users that are searching Google for your service. Okay, so first of all, I want to show you the opportunity. And I've typed in here landscape design Santa Barbara, and I've come on down and I've chosen Montecito landscape, and I've placed them into a tool called Ahrefs here to show you the keywords that they're showing for. And a keyword is just those, a keyword such as landscape design Santa Barbara. It's just something someone types into Google looking for a specific service or product, usually in a target location. So we're starting in Santa Barbara, and you can see straight away that I know you guys, I think, are design only, but some of these are still going to be quite relevant to you. We've got Santa Barbara landscape. So that's the keywords down on the left here, but volume is how many times per month that keyword is searched. So Santa Barbara landscape is searched for 400 times a month on average. Landscaping Santa Barbara 400, another 400. So you're stacking these volumes, right? So if you were to rank for all three of these keywords, that's 1,200 people searching every month on average for that specific keyword, right? So if you can be put in front of those people, you're going to gain around 30% of that traffic. Okay, now I did see one here that was Santa Barbara landscape designers and landscape designers Santa Barbara. So there's at least 100 people searching for specifically design. And then I can see here that there's landscape architect. I'm not sure if that's something that you guys, if you're specifically an architect, but if so, we've got 200 people searching for it. And the list kind of goes on, right? That's just Santa Barbara. But, I'm just looking to see if there's any other, areas that are nearby that this person is ranking for that we can see. But I don't want to go too far into it. You can kind of see there's a lot of people searching for different keywords that are relevant to you. Okay, so, and this is actually your website, but what I want to do is that's kind of the opportunity. So now what I want to do is share with you a little bit about how we go about performing SEO. And I like to focus my SEO on three main factors, which is content, backlinks, and citations. Now, content, what I'm referring to is words and images on your homepage. Google likes to see at least 1,500 to 2,000 words on a homepage. And I mean, basically it allows you to become the expert in the area that you service. Okay, so if you're a landscaper and you can get 1,500, a landscape designer, and you can get 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage about landscape design, Google's going to look at you like the expert. We're going to start to look at you like the expert. If you think about it, there's 10 people that can go on that first page of Google. If you're the one that has the content and you are the expert and you've got all the words and images on your homepage, you're going to get chosen 9 times out of 10. Okay, because a lot of companies, if you go ahead and look yourself, you'll see many have very, very little content on their homepage. Now, the other part that's important is images. Google likes to see real images. Taken with a mobile phone is actually great. You don't need to go and get professional images or anything like that. Just nice images taken on a mobile phone, because it actually embeds data relevant to Google. It tells Google where the image was taken and when, and these are important to Google to build trust in the website and trust in your brand. Okay, so that's content. Now, I did want to just have a look at Montecito landscape here as well to see, I guess, to compare them and have a look how much content they've got. So they've got quite a few images, but very little word content. So if you were to go ahead and get more images on your homepage than these guys, and then that sweet spot, 1,500 to 2,000 words, you're going to beat these guys out in step number 1, and you're going to start to look like the expert. Now, the next step that we take is backlinks. Backlinks are just anywhere one website refers to another via a clickable link. And using this tool, Ahrefs here, I'm just waiting till it shows me backlinks. It's doing a crawl of your website. Okay, so you have 6,000 backlinks coming from 368 referring domains. Okay, so a referring domain is just the website that link is coming from. That's a lot. that's actually a lot of backlinks. And I'm just looking here, you had a huge spike back in December. I'm just wondering if someone has thrown a whole bunch of links onto your website, which is not a good idea, and I can have a look at that in a second. But backlinks act like endorsements, okay? So you've just gone and put on 1,500 words of content and all these images on your website. Now we're going to go out and get endorsements from other websites. So every link that you get that points back to your website looks to Google as though that person is saying, I endorse that person as that expert. I endorse their website and their brand, okay? So I'm going to look at these referring domains for you, because this is a little bit strange. You don't often see a huge spike like that unless someone is doing it consciously. And it's rarely a good idea to see that. It's rarely good. Okay. Just looking at these, like a lot of these are very irrelevant websites. So good backlinks come from locally relevant or industry relevant sites. Okay, because who better can endorse an expert in landscaping than someone else who is relevant in that industry? If you're getting kind of random ones from, what's a random one? Bidding for Good, Starter Story, whatever this is. There's quite a few random links here, and I bet you if I click here, I'm going to see a whole bunch of blog spots. Look, if you've got an SEO company that's working for you currently, it looks like they're just throwing on a whole lot of blogspot links. This can work in ranking a business, but I'm getting pretty tired of seeing it, because what this is going to do when Google figures this out is it's going to lead to your website being penalized, okay? Unfortunately, this is a technique that is being used quite a lot at the moment, and unsuspecting business owners are allowing SEO companies to come in and do this. And what is going to happen is the only reason that your website isn't being penalized for this now is because Google owns Blogspot. Google owns Blogger, okay? And it tends not to penalize its own products. However, because we're seeing this now on nearly every single website that's being ranked online, it's not going to last long. And when Google does finally pull the pin on allowing this to work, there's a very good chance that you're going to be penalized and possibly blacklisted, along with a lot of other websites. And I've seen that happen before. So this is just a heads up to you that if you have got a company doing this, tell them to have a backup plan, I guess. But anyway, you might see some rankings come through soon, but you got a lot of spammy, crappy links on your website. These aren't real endorsements, and that's probably why you're not ranking yet. I'm sorry to say. Okay, so if we come along and look at Montecito, because what I'm going to do is essentially use these guys like a roadmap, okay? These guys are already at the top of Google in your target market. So I'm going to come along and look at the referring domains or the referring websites where they're getting their links. You can see they've got way less than you, and yet they're outranking you. Look, I can see he's got a blog spot there as well. Proven Expert, The Spruce. This is typically what we see on a ranking website. These are what's called directory listings, and it's going to take me into the next step of citations. So just to break it down a little bit, we're putting the content on the website to paint you as the expert. Then we're getting endorsements from different backlinks and different relevant and locally relevant websites. Then we go and get citations, and citations are anywhere your business name, number, and address are mentioned online, and they often come from directory listings like Yelp, Home Advisor, Angie's List, Expertise, Triple B, Top Rated Local, Local Yahoo, The Spruce, Proven Expert. These are all directory listings, okay? So now you're getting those endorsements of your content and of you being the expert, and you're getting these citations last, which are now growing your branded presence online. So we want to go and submit more than the next guy, and what these help us do is rank your Google My Business. Okay, so you can see how working in unison, you've got the expert content, you've got the endorsements, and now you've got a big branded presence. That's how you rank online, not with those shitty blogspot links or those other crappy links that unfortunately someone is putting on your website. The other option, the other parts that we like to do is utilize blogs so that you can continuously add content to your website. This is something that we do for you. We write articles to continuously paint you as the expert over time, and that's what keeps a website ranked. Not those backlinks, but you being the expert, okay? So that's what we like to do. Post on your Google business, post on your social medias for you, and grow that branded presence for you over time. which you will then start to really see the exponential effects of SEO come in, and you'll see as you rank for those lots of different keywords, as I mentioned earlier. Now, sometimes SEO can take time because it's a long-term strategy of building your brand online. But in the interim, we do like to use Google Ads, and you actually have access to Google Guaranteed ads as well. These are one type of ad, Google Guaranteed are another. Google Guaranteed ads are a pay per lead ad, so you only pay when you get a phone call from a prospect or you get a form submission from a prospect, not just from a click. Whereas these are pay per click ads, still very effective and can be very lucrative if done correctly. But Google Guaranteed offer a little bit more security. So both of these offer short-term revenue increases or short-term leads in conjunction then with SEO that once it gains traction can take over and start offering you those exponential gains over time. All right, so I hope that all makes sense, and I have given you a bit of a heads up there on some of the dodgier techniques that I've seen people do, more and more recently at the moment, but just please be careful of that, and I'm more than happy to share any other information if you have any other questions about anything. Feel free just to hit me up. I will consult with you for free. It's not a problem. But with that, I hope that this kind of helps. If you do want to set up a meeting to talk about your goals or your revenue goals, the next step would be to set up that meeting. We talk about exactly what it is you're looking for, what target areas you want to start with, and what services you want to start with. And in terms of your revenue goals, I would then go away and do the research to make sure that I can put your website in front of enough people to actually become leads, to then close jobs, to then that revenue increase that you're looking for. So we work our way through the numbers. It's all very calculated. Okay, so I hope that that helps. And if you do want to sit down and talk about that, just reach out to Mark by email or give him a call, and we can go from there. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you learned something, and hope you have a great day. Thanks a lot.